Today, we're diving into the life of a U.S. president who often gets remembered for just one thing, but was so much more. We're talking about the 27th president, William Howard Taft. Now, when you hear his name, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For many, it's his size and the infamous story about him getting stuck in a White House bathtub. And yes, Taft was a large man, our heaviest president, in fact, but that bathtub story? It's likely just a myth, a piece of political caricature that stuck. The truth is, he had a custom, oversized tub installed, big enough for regular-sized men. So, no getting stuck. But let's move past the folklore, because Taft's story is genuinely fascinating. Did you know he was a ridiculously accomplished legal mind? Long before he was president, Taft was a respected judge. His real dream wasn't the White House at all. It was to sit on the Supreme Court. His wife, Helen, and his friend, President Theodore Roosevelt, were the ones who really pushed him to run for the presidency in 1908. He was a reluctant candidate, to say the least. He once wrote to Roosevelt, "I have a strain of the judicial in me that would make me a poor chief executive." Despite his own reservations, he won and his presidency had some major achievements. Taft was actually a bigger trust buster than his predecessor, Teddy Roosevelt, in his single term. Taft's administration initiated about 90 antitrust suits against monopolistic corporations, compared to Roosevelt's 40 for suits over 7.5 years. He also oversaw the passage of two constitutional amendments, the 16th, which established the federal income tax, and the 17th, which allowed for the direct election of senators by the people. These are fundamental parts of American government today, and they happened on Taft's watch. He also started a tradition that baseball fans will appreciate. In 1910, Taft became the first president to throw the ceremonial first pitch on opening day. He tossed the ball from the grandstand at a Washington Senators game, and a beloved presidential tradition was born. So next time you see the president take the mound, you have William Howard Taft to thank for it. He wasn't just a politician. He was a true sports fan after his single, often difficult term as president, losing his re-election bid in 1912 in a dramatic three-way race against Woodrow Wilson, and his former friend Teddy Roosevelt. Taft finally achieved his lifelong dream. In 1921, President Warren G. Harding appointed him Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. This makes Taft the only person in history to have served as both President of the United States and Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. He absolutely loved the job and was by all accounts a very effective and respected Chief Justice. He often said it was the highest honor and the most fulfilling role of his life, far more so than the presidency. He served on the court until just before his death in 1930. So from a myth about a bathtub to breaking up monopolies and creating a baseball tradition, William Howard Taft was a complex and consequential figure in American history. He is a perfect example of how the popular stories we remember aren't always the full picture. His journey reminds us that sometimes the job everyone wants for you isn't the one that brings you the most happiness. What do you think is the most surprising fact about Taft? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from history. We'll see you in the next video.